Welcome to Wallace and Wire. Today we're talking about a truly significant legal development that has certainly caught the attention of many across Malaysia.
Hmm. Yeah, this one's definitely made waves.
It's not just, another political spat or a headline that fades quickly. This is a court ruling with real weight.
Absolutely. We're looking at the defamation lawsuit between Datuk Seri Muhammad Sanusi
Right?
and Datuk Seri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail, who is, of course, the Minister of Home Affairs.
Two very high-profile figures.
Exactly. And this case, well, it's been watched closely because it really puts the courts right in the middle of these big political disagreements. It sort of defines boundaries, boundaries that maybe seemed a bit blurry before.
And that's why the decision itself isn't just about who won or lost, is it? It's more about what happens when public statements may be made in the heat of the moment. Cross that line from just, say, aggressive talk into something the law can actually act on.
Yeah, it makes you look closely at the standards we expect. I mean, the initial stakes here were huge. Accusations were flying. It needed legal clarity, really.
It did, because when you have top officials, especially from different political camps, making claims about each other, particularly claims about integrity or public money or even, well, illegal activities, the impact goes way beyond just them.
Definitely. It's a direct hit on reputation, and it's all happening out in the open at political events.
Yeah.
That's where the court has to step in and look at the facts.
Okay, let's unpack the core of this a little. So the lawsuit started because of statements Datuk Seri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail made back in 2023.
That's right. And these weren't quiet comments. They were made publicly during events in Kedah and Penang. So very visible.
Very visible. And what were the specific things he said that led to the legal challenge?
Well, the court really focused on two main accusations. First, he alleged Datuk Seri Muhammad Sanusi was involved in illegal rare earth element mining.
Okay, that's a big one. Very sensitive topic in Malaysia, illegal mining.
Hugely sensitive. Environmental issues, economic value, regulations. It suggests corruption, breaking the law, things like that.
And the second accusation?
Equally serious. It was about misappropriating funds from the Malaysia Road Records Information System. MARIS funds.
MARIS funds. People know those are meant for local roads, infrastructure.
Exactly. So suggesting misuse, that immediately brings up questions about governance, public trust, financial honesty at the state level. It's serious.
And these aren't like minor digs, are they? These are major claims.
Definitely not minor.
Coming from a sitting federal minister against a state mentally bizarre, that carries a lot of weight.
It does. When a minister says something like that about illegal mining or misusing funds, it doesn't just make news. It casts this shadow of doubt, doesn't it? Even before there's proof.
Puts immense pressure on the person accused, politically, personally.
For sure. And, in politics, statements like these are often strategic. Well, they could be trying to shake public confidence in an opponent, question their leadership, maybe shift the narrative.
Score points, essentially.
Right. Score points, apply pressure, maybe get a reaction. But, and this is the key thing the court looked at, there's a line. When does it become defamation? False published causes harm.
And that's where the court came in.
Precisely. The Ulur Sedar High Court, with justice presiding.
And the verdict.
Decisive. Datuk Seri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail was found guilty of defamation.
Guilty. So not just a political disagreement in the court's view.
No, a legally proven act of defamation. It wasn't about differing opinions on policy. It was a finding that the statements themselves were false and damaging.
Which means real consequences, not just political fallout.
Exactly. Concrete consequences. This kind of ruling forces a bit of a reckoning, personally and politically. It underlines how much words matter when you hold public office.
And the consequences weren't just financial, although that part is significant too, right?
Oh, absolutely. The court ordered quite a bit. Let's talk about the penalties.
Okay.
He has to pay RM600,000 in damages to Datuk Seri Muhammad Sanusi Mbinor.
RM600,000, that's a substantial amount.
It is. It shows how seriously the court viewed the damage to reputation.
Yeah.
And on top of that, another RM70,000 in legal costs. So significant financial impact.
Wow. Okay, so the ringgit amount is large. But you mentioned other things. The public nature of some remedies. That sounds striking.
It really is. He's required to publish a public apology, not just anywhere, but in two specific local media outlets.
Okay.
And hold a press conference for a public apology. That has to happen within 14 days.
A press conference apology. That's very public.
Very. Plus, remove all the related social media posts within 48 hours. Erase the digital footprint, basically.
And there was something else, too, something about the future.
Yes, and this is quite impactful. A permanent injunction.
You know,
Meaning he's permanently forbidden from raising these specific accusations ever again.
right. So it's not just sorry, it's delete it, apologize publicly, pay up, and never say it again.
That sums it up pretty well. It's comprehensive. It covers the financial harm, tries to fix the public record, and stops it from happening again.
That public apology part, the press conference, the newspapers, it ensures the retraction gets seen, doesn't it? Maybe as much as the original claims.
That seems to be the goal, to offer some real reputational repair. And the injunction, that's the court saying, this is settled, don't bring it up. It's quite powerful.
So for you listening, what do you think about these public apologies? Do they really work to restore a reputation? Or is it more about deterring others, making them think twice?
It definitely raises big questions, this case. Questions about, the standards we expect in political talk here in Malaysia.
Like what level of proof someone needs before making huge accusations?
Exactly. Especially across party lines. Is just suspecting something enough? Or does this verdict mean there's a much higher bar now? You need solid evidence before you go public with something damaging.
It feels like it nudges the bar higher, doesn't it? That maybe a political hunch isn't enough anymore. You need your facts straight.
I think so. It's a serious reminder, isn't it? Those political jabs we hear all the time.
Yeah.
When they cross the line into defamation without proof, there are actual legal consequences. Real ones.
Yeah.
It makes you think about the weight of words from public figures. Their platforms are huge.
Their words shape how people see things. So this verdict, it shows there are limits, even in the rough and tumble of politics.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, it could set a precedent, couldn't it?
How so?
Well, maybe politicians become more cautious. They fact-check more carefully before making big claims, knowing the risks. Or maybe some see it differently. Just, part of the game. A cost of doing political business, factored into their strategy. How people react to this ruling, that will probably shape political debate for a while.
Which leads to the big question for you, listening in. What does this mean for political debate in Malaysia going forward? Does a ruling like this make speech more responsible? Do people check their facts more? Or does it just mean they get better at phrasing things, finding ways to imply things without crossing that legal line? It's a tough one. What do you reckon?
Well, at the end of the day, what this case really shows is the court's role. Sorting out disputes, even between top politicians. It gives a clear legal marker for what defamation looks like in public life and spells out the consequences. It's not just about these two individuals. It affects how we think about accountability for both the accuser
Right, who has to weigh the risks.
and the accused, whose reputation's on the line.
Yeah.
It shapes the standards we expect from our leaders.
Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this.